I saw one thing last year where you said he was a little bit too Hollywood for you at the beginning.
Yeah.
How do you knock that out of him?
Well,
did you kind of view that as your responsibility last year to knock the Hollywood out of all of those guys?
Well, not necessarily me, but for some reason I get I don't know why, but every freshman comes in and they think they're hot stuff, and that's just the way it is with everybody. I mean, when I was a freshman, I thought I was going to come in and do all sorts of things. So, once they realize that it's a collective unit and it's a group, really goals that we're trying to reach, then it's fine. So last year, Yogi obviously had a little bit of Hollywood in him to start, but obviously throughout the whole season he played fantastic and really became a team player.
What as far as just getting not only that group, that class, the next class, to get an idea of just how much work this thing takes. What have you tried to do to get that across? I guess how much of it do you just kind of do by example, and how much do you make more of a point now to point out, I guess, what you're doing and why you're doing it?
Yeah. I definitely have to be more vocal in certain things of really telling guys how hard it is and why we do certain things. As a freshman, a lot of times, or even just underclassmen, you think, oh well, they're just doing this because they want to torture us. But there's a means to an end, and it's hard to see when you're a freshman. You don't play games, and all you do is just practice. And it's really tough to see like the end result. But then once you finally get into games and realize how it translates over, you have more of an appreciation for what you're doing on a daily basis.
It sounds just from talking to some of the freshmen way back when, it sounds like they're literally shocked at what your work capacity in terms of like what you can do in a workout. You can go through a 10-day workout and still want to do more of it, and it seems like that sort of blows their mind completely. Are they, have you been able to even get them to understand that you guys can do this? It's not impossible.
Yeah, absolutely. My freshman year, I looked up to the older guys and was like, wow, I can't believe they're doing it as well. So really, the more they continue just to keep building on their work ethic, by the time that they're my age, it's gonna be the same. It's the same cycle. And the guys who are really special are the guys who can break that cycle the fastest.
Yeah. We talked about Yogi's sort of jump in terms of leadership this year. What have you seen from him in practices and his actions around practices that sort of illustrate that?
Well, I think he just plays at a whole different level of confidence. So he's a lot more confident with the ball, confident with play calling. He just looks a lot more comfortable as well. So really, you can tell that just by leading by example, he's just more comfortable, which is helping his leadership.
What have you seen from Evan's addition to the team? Being an older guy like you, but coming in.
Liberty's very conservative.
Yeah, he brings another dynamic to our team. The older guys, the better. So I really think that he just brings a leadership because he's played in big games. He knows the routine, he knows the schedule. Like I was saying before, it's tough for some of the freshmen to kind of understand the schedule of how everything works. So if he can continue just to keep showing the freshmen how it's done, he'll be fine.
On the court, how do you feel like he's the best benefits from leadership?
I think that if he plays really intense on defense, really gets into passing lanes, is really disruptive on the ball as well, and if he makes open shots and makes the next play, then I think he'll be very good.
Going from a season where you guys had a lot of guys coming back to very few, what's that been like for you, knowing that you have to take on even more of a leadership role this year?
It's a little different, obviously. You have to really relay messages to younger guys. But from a basketball standpoint, really everyone's just got to play their role. So if everyone just knows what their strengths and weaknesses are and plays their strengths, then I think the team will continue to build.
Yogi's in kind of a similar boat as well. How do you feel like he's taken on that role?
I think, like I said earlier, I think he's been playing great. He's really confident. I think he's way more relaxed out there because he's got a whole year under his belt. So if I think he just continues to do that.
You guys are very young. You got a lot of new pieces, but what's your take on where the potential for this team can go over the course of the season right now?
I mean, the sky's the limit for this team. We're very athletic, very long. So I think that if we really build upon that and bring that to games, then I think that we can continue to grow.